It's only 20 minutes.
Hmm?
I only record for 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. Is it on now? Recording? Well, we got 2 minutes before we get hit.
If he cuts off, he just cuts off.
No, we got 3 minutes.
Did I get this mic?
The yellow one. Put your earphones on. We got 2 minutes. He just gave me 2 minutes. Gave me 2 minutes something.
Friends, family, people we grew up with, went to school with. We were there to help. Several of us
Get about this far from it. And just say, Jeremy, can you hear me?
But the house collapsed on top of the cellar door.
Jeremy, can you hear me?
We had chainsaws.
He says, yeah.
And we had these Humvees and heavy machinery.
Yeah, you don't have to grab it. Just, you know.
Then you gotta help me out here.
Yeah, we just gonna talk, man. You know.
It was one of those life-changing moments where I realized I am making a difference in these people's lives and mine. I'm a citizen soldier in the National Guard.
You can serve part-time and be there the moment your community needs you. Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Kentucky National
See, you the pro with this. I'm not the pro.
Yeah, you know.
To consolidate your bills,
I
turn
know
multiple
problem.
payments into one by transferring all those balances to a new Platinum Visa account at Class Act Federal
See,
Credit
I'm used to
Union.
holding the mic in my hand.
0% interest for the first 6 months on purchases as well as balance transfers to help you pay off those bills fast. It's easy. Apply today online at ClassAct.org. Class Act Federal Credit Union. It's like straight A's for your money. 0% APR into a rate versus a variable rate as low as 9.25% after the first 6 billing cycle. 1% balance transfer fee requires credit.
Here at your Kentuckiana weather forecast. Under partly cloudy skies, the temperature will begin to make its way down to below 68 degrees tonight. You'll see a mix of sunshine and clouds tomorrow with a chance for a stray shower.
Well, and
The
Angie
high will
was
be
blessed
88
with a great show.
70. Tuesday looks to
Double
be
our
partly cloudy with a high of 92 and a low of 70. And a mostly sunny Wednesday brings a high of 93 and a low of 71. Stay up to date when you visit us online at 970amtheanswer.com. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at 970.
Can you hear the info? You can read it?
I can hear the music. Ooh. Who's that?
Yes, let me introduce myself. This is Rick Howell, the Black Heart Conservative, so it must be 7:06 on Sunday evening. And if it's 7:06 on Sunday evening, then it must be Rick Howell, the Black Heart Conservative. This is 970 The Answer, and if you want to know something, you better ask somebody. You might as well stop here first. I hope everybody is well. I hope you had a great week. We had a kind of a mellow set of days of temperature, a little bit of rain. You know, we're not having a drought right now, but we're not flooded either. So I think we got the best of both worlds. Weather-wise, now I wish we could say we're living in a peaceful world with no pain and no suffering, but you know, I don't think it's ever been that way since Adam messed up things back a few years ago. So, but anyway, tonight, you know, I have another young, you know, I'm an old guy, so I get something out of them. I must be like a vampire. I keep bringing all these young people around so I can suck some youth out of them or something. But I got another young man with me tonight, and he's a local performer around here in the Louisville area. He does stand-up comedy. Name a couple places or a few places where you go.
My name is John Maupin, and I do comedy.
I was going to do that.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Okay.
This is John Maupin, y'all.
I took all the words out of your mouth.
Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Well, I do some small places around the city, the Bardstown, Dioreo's, Pizza,
Okay.
a place over New Albany, and of course the Laughing Derby.
The Laughing Derby. Okay. So I mean, y'all can everybody that he mentioned, y'all can put the check in the mail. Because he just did y'all a lot
I'm
of.
not trying to make them any money. I want to make myself some money.
Well, I hear, yeah, but hey, you know, if they start making money, they'll make sure they pay you.
Well, in theory, that's the way it works.
It will. It will. It's just got to be. It's got to be so they can count it, big enough that they can count it. That's how that works. Hey, but anyway, what I was my guest today had to cancel. So John is a old friend of mine. Going back.
So I'm not so young.
Yeah, he is young. Yeah, he is. I think, how old were you when you came in my house, John?
Probably about 10.
You were that young?
I was probably about
When
10.
did you meet Corey?
I was probably about 8 or 9.
8 or 9? Okay,
like
okay.
That.
So anyway, John's been my friend for...
I'm 100 now, so.
No, I've known John. He's an adult, mature man. Okay, I ain't gonna tell his age, but he's a young boy. You know, for real.
God knows how old I am.
But anyway, I'm thinking today, some gentleman had to go to work, so he couldn't come in today. So, all right, bam. I think, who can I grab? I grabbed everybody I know almost. I said, oh, I forgot about John. So John,
that's what you do, old
hey,
friend.
you're a ram in the bush, man. That's what that's a good thing. You know what I'm referring to, ram in the bush.
That's from the Bible.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm just guessing.
Yeah, it is. When Abraham was getting ready to sacrifice Isaac,
right?
And Isaac looked at his daddy and said, "Hey, we got the wood, we got the fire." He said, "But we got the altar." He said, "But where's the sacrifice, Pop?" And the old man looked at him and said, "God will provide himself a sacrifice." And then everybody gives Abraham so much credit for being a man of strong faith. Mm-hmm. Isaac was a young man, okay, strong enough to keep his daddy from cutting him, right?
Right.
That boy laid there on that altar and let his daddy raise up a knife above him.
Right.
Knowing his daddy, a strong believer as he was going to do it. And he laid there, and God provided himself a ram in the bush. Abraham looked over, there was a ram stuck. And that's where the expression comes from, ram in the bush. And God always has a ram in the bush, Anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about some politicians today. Trying to get an idea about the presidential candidates. We talked about it a little bit last week, and I think we might have mentioned everybody. It seemed like everybody had something to say about Donald Trump. So I know you're going to have something to say about
Well, there's Bush running for office. So
yeah, there's another Bush.
Yeah,
Remember, Jesse Jackson said stay out the bushes.
Right.
We should have, rather than what we got, we should be in the bushes because what we got is taking us down the river. I know you may not agree with that. I don't know. Do you agree with
Well, it looks like a bush is on top of Trump's head right now, right?
No. No, Trump is kind of giving everybody a good lesson right now in how to handle the media. That's really what's going on here.
Well, no, I'm talking about his hair. His hair looks like a bush. That's what looks like a bush is his hair.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess we do have a bush thing.
Right.
We got two bushes.
Two bushes, yeah.
Yeah. Got Jeb and Trump's hair.
Trump's hair.
Yeah, I feel so far. I wonder why his hair. I think he's got hair up on his head. I don't know. I think his hairstyle is something he loves.
Well, people that have toupees, they believe they have hair on their head too. See?
No, but see, the point is he doesn't have a toupee because you can see it when it's flying around in the wind.
Right.
It really looks weird and nasty.
I don't know what you call it on top of it.
But I just maybe one of his wishes, one of his daughters or his wife would say, look, we got to get you a better hairstyle because the way he's got it combed over, but when the wind blows it, you can see he's got hair on his head.
Well, it's apparent that he doesn't have a hairstylist.
Yeah.
He just wakes up and his hair is that way.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He needs to listen to his wife or his daughters because his sons ain't gonna approach him about nothing like that.
No, because they still want money coming in. They want the checks coming in.
So well, no, they don't really give a hoot. Guys wear their hair the way they want.
Right.
And
you're not gonna offend your father if he's the one's got all this money.
Yeah, but you would because he's your daddy. You're not talking to him about his money or anything. Right. You're talking to him about, Dad, why don't you get a haircut, Dad? He ain't gonna cut you off for that.
Right. Well, I don't know. Some people might get offended by that.
Not that much. No. Because he's they work together. They have it's just not some guys.
Relationship.
Yeah. I don't go after the boys, my sons, about their hair. However they want to wear it's fine with me, and they don't bug me about mine. I just tell them I need a haircut. James, I was wondering when you were going to get one. That's as far as it goes.
Right.
But yeah, that's I think his style is what makes him look so goofy.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I really
call it a style.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't. It's ugly. That's what it is. But anyway, we'll be right back. Black Heart Conservative, Rick Allen. This is Sunday night, 9:70 a.m. The Answer.
Okay, so far?
Yeah. We'll come back. I want you to tell me what your thoughts are on a couple of them.
Okay.
You know, just whichever one you go to, and then I'll respond.
Well, you just tell me.
No, whichever.
Okay.
Give me a couple, because, you know, like, if you like Hillary, we can talk about Hillary. If you like Obama, we can talk about Obama. If you like Ben Carson, we can talk about Ben Carson.
Well, if I don't like any of them, you just talk about them.
Well, you can say that. I don't like any of them. Then tell us which one you like the least. Which one you like the least?
Right, all of them at the bottom of the list.
Come on, you know, whatever. But the one you like the least or the one you like the most, how do you want to come?
Right.
Okay. Let's empty your, because I got plenty of bullets.
I know you do.
Let's use your ammunition.
Right.
And then, you know, then from there, prime us for the rest of the show.
Right.
Yeah. No, that was Jennifer. The theme song coming on. That was Jennifer.
Really?
Yeah. It's called
That was
Righteous
coming
Revolution. Yeah, that was my theme song. And you can order it online.
Yeah, I have to do it.
Yeah. It's real good. It's real good. Real
I
good.
believe it. I believe it.
It is really good.
You know I got a book online, don't you?
Huh.
Yeah, with that comic strip.
Oh, well, you need to talk about that.
I've had it on. I've had it on online probably about 3 years now.
Okay. Well, we got to talk about that.
No, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, we do. That's promote yourself. Promote yourself.
Right.
Yeah. It's good to see you. Yeah, good to see you too, man.
I thought maybe something was wrong when you messaged me.
No. Oh, well, yeah, I can see why. Cause yeah.
And she was like, I said,
Yeah.
I call you. You said, oh, right now.
Yeah.
I thought something was wrong.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you getting back to me so fast.
No big deal. I mean, I just had to be home. If I wasn't home,
Mm-hmm.
I probably wouldn't have got the message.
Was that your home number I called?
No.
That you called from?
No, that's my cell phone.
So good, okay.
See, I don't have a computer on my phone.
Oh, you don't?
So if I walked out the door, I wouldn't have got it.
Oh, okay. Well, your phone service goes through your computer? Is that what you're saying?
No. Well, yeah, I just got a laptop.
Okay.
I just got a couple laptops.
Oh, so you wouldn't have seen my inbox.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I don't have it.
You wouldn't have been. You wouldn't have been.
No.
You wouldn't have seen the Facebook.
If I hadn't been home,
No.
I've never upgraded like yet. I still got like a flip phone.
Right.
I just stick to it, you know.
Right.
Everybody jokes on me about it, but I don't care.
It's cheap. If you don't need it,
It's good to have.
I've been doing the radio since '08, so it helps me. You know, I can use it on there. I can go to Google and Google up stuff.
Right.
If I have a group of people with me, they can talk while I look up something. You know, and a lot of times I can find stuff real quick on this.
Right. When's the last time you talked to Corey?
Monday or Tuesday, something like that. Earlier in the week.
I was sending them art for a long time, and then they moved. They never told me. My artwork's still coming back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
They just moved again.
I mean, they never told me. I mean, I was
Yeah,
sending
he still got the
same.
same cell number though.
He
Still got the same cell number he's had for about 4 years, 3-4 years.
I mean,
Do you have his cell number?
I'm pretty sure I had it. I just in my phone, but
Well, I got when we leave before we part, I'll give it to you.
I used to call him every once in a
Here
while.
we go. All right, 970 AM, The Answer. If you want to call in, the number is 502-571-0970. If you want to talk to my guest, John Maupin. If you want to talk to me, the Black Heart Conservative, Rick Howard. If you give us your thoughts on the presidential candidates. Who's your favorite? Who's the one you hate the most? And be nice now. We don't have to call anybody any names. They don't have to be traitors. And although you may really think that. Let's be nice. It's Sunday evening. Maybe if it was Monday morning, I'd be in a little worse mood. Y'all ought to hear me on the other station when I'm doing the other radio show. I get mad on there every once in a while, and the producer has to kind of pull my chain. But I'm pretty mellow on this show, So anyway, John, give us your slant on a couple of these presidential candidates. What do you think about?
Well, first of all, they are people.
Yeah.
And that's very important. But
second of all, and that's all they are.
Yeah, that's all they are really to me. I mean, I've tried, at first, when a lot of people were wrapped up in different characteristics of politicians, I never really paid too much attention to it. Then I had a stretch there for about 6 or 7 years where I really delved deep into it and tried to figure out, why this person does this or why this party does that. And slowly in the last couple of years, I've kind of gravitated away from it. But, it is very interesting to try to find out why these people, who they are, what got them to this point in time, because we are in a very important time in our history.
Right.
Where you put the wrong person or the right person in there, it could go either way.
It's
a lot
kind
of
of rough
lives.
right now.
Yeah, people's lives and stuff depend on these persons making these decisions.
Making some good, because right now we in the Middle East it's real precarious, and we really need somebody in there that's got an idea what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
And at this point, our enemies know they don't have to fear us, and our friends are terrified they can't trust us.
Right.
And ain't no point in spending a lot of time doing a lot of criticism of President Obama because he's not running. But
Right.
who do you think would be ready day one to catch? Do a good job shoring things up?
I'm just not really sure.
Well, pick out somebody you might trust.
Well, to outward appearances, maybe Ben Carson, maybe. From what I've seen right now, it's on television, Ben
Mm-hmm.
Carson. Only because I know a little bit about his history, his background. We all know, well, what we do know of Trump. We know his business ventures.
Mm-hmm.
What he's done as far as business. But Carson, maybe more as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I learned more about him before he even got into the political.
I know he's a real spiritual guy, and by spiritual I mean there's a lot of different spirituals, okay?
Right.
But he's of the Christian nature,
Right.
and so I have as a Christian I have a great deal more confidence in him than even Trump.
Right.
Even though Trump says he's a Christian, there are things that he does and he says that are not characteristic of someone who's really in the scripture.
But we do, we do. All of us do step out of character.
No. There are certain there are characteristics of a believer,
Right.
where you can even though they may sin. Everybody
Right.
sins. Don't get me wrong, but he has some communications. His communication skills are so far out of control. His tongue has no bridle.
Right.
So when you see, in my experience, when you see a man of his age, which is close to my age, who speaks so off the hip,
Right.
and says things in such a disrespectful manner sometimes so quickly,
Right.
you're not really talking about somebody that has really got an understanding of how God admonishes his children to speak to people. Now God tells you to get rough,
Right.
but there's a way of doing it that he does. He's not doing it that. He's